through that spot, I don't creep. Yeah, we ain't on none of that. Can't call it lucky, I give it my all every day of the week. You know what I'm on. I see a crowd at the bottom, ain't with that, I climb to the peak. Don't ride no red, but they know what I'm on, they address me as chief. I be dripping waters like a reef, slid off with the bag, but I ain't no thief. It's a sweet, they ain't even have a chance. I've been locked on that cash in a trance. Hit the end zone and do my little dance. Yeah, your chick blowing kisses like lambs. Should go tell your mans. It's a sweet. What? It's a sweet. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Do my dance, Mr. Clean. Game nice, but I play it so mean. Front line, I'm
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we march to the finish of Week 12 with a strong Monday night matchup, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Got it. Ready?
They'll start on the ground. Hall gets around him, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Here we go. Set. Pat the 60.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Hyatt, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Let's go.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, But also, when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. He may go. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2nd and goal from the 1. Ball again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Option handoff now to Achane. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Warriors 70. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense for the Jets, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On play action, they'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Okay, ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18, Pioneer. Let go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Unlock Lions. Unlock Lions. Ready?
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Alert! Alert! Ready?
go Achane on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Roll, roll, roll. Hey, hey, no, no. Go.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Traveler. Reload. Ready, right?
They'll run for it with Achane. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready,
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They give to Achane on the option. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Devon Achane. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Sanders on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. In motion right, that's Wilson. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
79 Broncos.
On the draw, it's Hall. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hawk 19, Hawk 19.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted, but the thing about it is the route running. That's
caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And quickly, they get to the line. He'll drop to throw. Steps away. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Check the Eagles. Check the Eagles. Check it. Ready, right?
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one, but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7.50.
Now you're talking about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
More the motion man. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play. And
the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll set up a throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Here's Achane to start the drive. A little juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 128 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 40, 70. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's a toss left for Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 3rd down, Achane. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds, shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the two-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is taken in at the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Elliott on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Achane here, they stay on the ground. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Bronco switch. Bronco unlock line.
Running left, Achane. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 158 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here's a 2nd and 5. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The kick by Elliott is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. How about this? He's to the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his man. It's Hyatt. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Jordan Davis in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout.
Back to throw again.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Dolphins, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.